Hello and welcome to our web chat on how GTreasury are building an integrated Treasury Risk Management solution. We are joined by Orazio Pater, well-known player in this business, CEO and founder, and AlokTyagi, product and technology leader, who has had many years' experience in the software product management, design and development with companies like JD Edwards, Oracle, PeopleSoft, Sage, and CA Technologies prior to joining GTreasury. We're going to be discussing their aims and focus in the birth of their new TRM system. So this is the new partnership, Orazio. What does it mean to you? Explain the vision.
What we intend to do is create a new treasury and risk management solution that has deep functionality and that will exceed the needs of the treasurer department and help them be transformed from operational to a business essential department in the companies they belong to. Our plan is to provide our superior customer service, continuing product innovation and investment in that area. And also we provide a deep expertise now with our joint efforts with Visual Risk, with almost 200 professionals that have been in this market anywhere from 15 to 30 years.
And of those key elements, which is the most important to the corporate treasurer?
I think clearly the client service, the attention to their needs is what we're hearing in the marketplace, and frankly is one of our key differentiators from the competition.
And as you move to the new vision, the new system, can you explain what we're looking at here? Because integrated treasury risk management solutions, almost everybody says that.
Well, I think we have a real single solution now that covers all of the needs of the Treasury Department, from the front office, middle office, and back office. So if you look at the picture, it goes anywhere from the connectivity to banks. We have over 2,000 banks we're connected to directly, plus, of course, the SWIFT connectivity to some 8,000 or 9,000 additional banks. We have the analytics in the cash management, positioning, and forecasting area of the product, payments, the payment factory, and the connectivity to even local clearinghouses, not just cross-border payments. We have the ability to obtain portfolio and collect information on all financial instruments and produce from there not only reports, but also the accounting entries, including accruals. And then with the addition of Visual Risk, we're talking about the leading product in risk management and hedge accounting. And as the name suggests, they have been able to display the solutions and the problems of risk management in a way that is understood at the top level of the companies, as opposed to just a bunch of numbers on a worksheet or on a screen. So, they have elevated, and we have elevated as part of this effort, our solution to be understood at a higher level of the company executive structure.
This is a comprehensive list, but it clearly can never be everything. How are you going to extend your reach by partnering around the world? Because that's an essential part of Treasury now.
Absolutely. We have dedicated one of our most senior executives to searching out the other partners in the ecosystem of our Treasury industry, anywhere from the Big Four to specialized consulting firms to other firms that can assist us in the pre-sale, post-sale, and implementations, as well as ongoing consulting and compliance. So definitely the partnership aspects of our business has increased in importance and will continue to do so in the next few years.
The phrase at the bottom, a global solution that is easy to deploy and use. Again, that's easy to say. What's a good example of how you're going to deliver this sort of thing?
Thank you, Jack, for having us on your web chat. And I think if you get to the next slide, we speak a lot of how we are really approaching easy to deploy and easy to use in a SaaS and cloud environment. So definitely we'll be covering that in a detail. So our GTreasury end-to-end cash to risk solution, it's a modern cloud-based software. And we provide our software in a SaaS kind of a mode. And being in a SaaS mode, our customers consume new innovation regularly. And we have a very high level of quality experience expectations from our teams. And we provide an enterprise-grade performance in terms of disaster recovery, failover support, and things like that. Essentially, being a SaaS software, our customers have a better ROI on their investment. And we deliver our SaaS software through a Microsoft Azure cloud. And Microsoft Azure cloud is already serves enterprise customers like ours globally. We are available through Microsoft Azure cloud on 42 different data centers globally, and that keeps growing. It's a highly secured and compliance-enabled infrastructure that we use. And we are now following the Sun 24/7 DevOps kind of a model. We really operate like a modern software SaaS company. And our stack, which is what makes it easy to deploy and easy to use, it's like any other SaaS cloud product. Our approach is where the front end is all about HTML5, JavaScript. These are the popular modern technologies of the day that we use to build our user experience. And our back end, we use common database and popular and enterprise-grade databases like Microsoft SQL Server. Plus, we are adding new data sources that will also start to capture unstructured databases for reporting and logging purposes. And likewise, we separate our various services that makes it very scalable from an end-to-end perspective. Plus, we create common services for common identity, common logging, capturing the common telemetry data. So it all enables, if you are a customer of GTreasury, you have a single URL. And through that, we serve the entire cash to risk functionality. And as Orazio called about, we are an open platform. We are a very API-rich platform that allows us 2,000 plus banks integrations, as well as we integrate with multiple ERPs on the back end, plus various different third-party market feeds. And API is what really drives a modern software business that makes it really easy to use and easy to deploy and easy to integrate in the broader ecosystem. From our approach perspective, we use agile delivery, and we operate like a modern software company that follows the lean agile processes. And we develop a deep customer connected kind of a backlog by building these multi-skilled teams that work together on these 2-week sprint. So 2-week sprint is basically where we divide our backlog, where we have a 6 to 8 people team that work on that functionality. And then we deliver that functionality high quality every 4 to 6 weeks to our customers. And we operate in a continuous delivery way.
What does that mean?
So continuous delivery is where we are regularly sensing and responding to our customer needs. And essentially, this is where anytime we find an unmet need, we really structure our product teams where we really able to deliver those new value regularly. We take care of updating and upgrading our customers so that they see the new value being delivered to them quickly. We have enabled an end-to-end automation, and it's a frictionless approach by which customers really use the new value on a regular basis.
So if I'm a corporate treasurer and I have a request for an adjustment to some report or some function, how long typically would that take?
So we have a product management function that continually solicit from customers the requirements. We validate that, and then depending on the scope of the work, but the way we operate in 4 to 6 weeks, and if it's the high business sense of a need, we are able to turn those around in weeks as opposed to months or years.
That's good news. The other issue here is the high quality innovation. You mentioned the different technologies and the agile development and so on, but this is rather foreign to me, the corporate treasurer. What does it mean in terms of how I can get on with my work?
So we take making sure that our customers get a high quality experience. So for example, I mentioned 2-week sprint earlier. We have a zero net new defect kind of a policies where we ensure that we do not end the sprint and working on these stories with any net new defect. And we complete that with a high performance expectation. And we are delivering that level of expectation to our customers.
The other issue is GTreasury has expanded its scope enormously. Is this scope manageable?
Of course. In fact, the way we are now a global company with global development sites. And these sites are center of excellences in their functional areas. So for example, Chicago, we have a center of excellence around cash. We now have a center of excellence in Sydney that's about risk and hedge accounting. And we are also opening up a center of excellence in Philippine Manila, focused around really improving and delivering a lot of new technology innovations. So by creating these global development sites that are high performance teams, highly empowered, is how we are really able to deliver a lot new innovations to our customers on a regular basis.
It's the depth of what you're doing. It's not just the coverage, it's the depth of what's being achieved here. Is this approach different to other TMS providers?
Yes, in several cases, because we operate like a modern software company, and we have these, and we are deeply investing in our global development side. And as Orazio called out, our investment in product and technology is significant. Our expectation around high performance and high quality, as I mentioned, zero net new defect, is significantly different than other providers. We deliver innovation regularly, as I called out, every 4 to 6 weeks, that make us stand apart from our competition. And our approach is so deeply customer connected that actually drives our backlog and agenda. And these are just, to highlight the few that really make us stand apart. We operate like any modern software SaaS kind of a company.
If I may add, our industry has gone through a period of consolidation, retrenching in a lot of our competition, whereas we are focused on innovation and continuing development. And we think that's a significant difference vis-a-vis some of the other players in our market.
Absolutely fascinating. We could talk for hours, but people won't listen for hours. Just finally, what would you, each of you, say is the most important element in the new integrated TRM solution that you're building? Which the first element, I think, comes out in September. Orazio.
Well, the first element will be a common look and feel and the common access to the system, backed by, like Alok was saying, a level of APIs and controls that will avoid any duplication of data entry and make the user interface seamless. There's still work to be done to combine all of our products into a single body, but that will happen in the next year or two. But in the meantime, clients will already be able to benefit from the features of the product and will be better off than they are probably today by having separate vendors for each of the elements that we are now going to cover under our product.
So that's your most important feature. Alok, what would be your most important element in the new solution?
We want to make sure that for our customers, whether it's Visual Risk customer or GTreasury or our integrated customer, they get a similar level of high performance support at 24/7. They have a single way of entering into our system. We are managing things like a single database across Visual Risk and GTreasury. So from a customer perspective, while we are integrating these two products and make it a single product, we want to make sure that operationally, we just make it very seamless for our customers and they don't have to worry about operating like two different things. Single release cadence, single way of delivering software. So all of that aspect of it is what our customers will experience when we have our initial release out.